Stephen Wayne Rochon, U.S. Coast Guard, Rear Admiral. And I'll share two of the fun projects I had. One was building the basketball court for President Obama, because we only had a tennis court on the South Lawn, and that was a lot of fun. I walked the president to the Oval Office every morning. I would be the first one to greet him off the elevator. Good morning, Mr. President. Sounds like a title of another book, right? And in that conversation, he used to get a update from me. He says, Admiral, how's my hoops coming? And I said, Mr. President, they're coming. They're coming soon, but there's a lot of work. He said, well, what's the problem? I said, well, there's some legal issues, you know. Spalding wants to donate NBA quality basketball goals, and we're working on this. We got to work through legal. And he said, Admiral, this is not rocket science. Get my hoops going. And he said it in a fun way. And every day he would check with me. And one day, finally, Spalding flew to Washington with the hoops, with the goals, beautiful goals. And we had it all set up, and he asked me, and I was ready for him that day. He said, well, how's my hoops coming? I said, sir, they'll be ready to be used at 1 o'clock today. He was out at 11 in the morning. He couldn't wait till we finished the court. He was popping strings from half court consistently. He is pretty good. But the most fun I had was picking out the Sasha Malaya's swing set. And I flew to South Dakota to Rainbow Play Systems to hand pick the Cadillac of swing sets out of 150 choices. It was 138 to be exact. And the president heard about me flying to South Dakota. And he also heard that, and I didn't know anyone was going to find this out, that I actually went down the sliding board. Here is a 60-year-old man test driving a swing set. And it was a fun thing, but I wanted to do it. He went on national TV to say, yeah, the Admiral picked out the Cadillac of swing sets. And he even went down the sliding board. The next day I had some words with the president. I said, Mr. President, why did you go on national TV? And I used the slang and diss me like that on TV. Of course, he got a big kick out of that. Yeah. I wanted to ease out the door very quietly. Gets a little lump in my throat thinking about it, because I knew if I looked at my staff, I would have some difficulty. I had become very close to them. I have a style, they call it MBWA, management by walking around. And so I spent a lot of time, first thing in the morning, is to make my rounds through the kitchen, check on the chefs, go behind the scenes and check on the storekeeper and the flower shop and the carpenters and engineers, and spend some time in the spaces with the butlers, and just to find out how things are going. So I became very attached to them, and I wanted to walk out without having to, get kind of choked up about it. And I got overruled by the president. And he says, no, you're not leaving here without going away. And I said, sir, I really don't need that. I've said my goodbyes. I've walked to every shop, and I'm okay with that. He says, no, that's not going to happen. So he says, I want you to invite your family. I said, Mr. President, you don't know how large my family is. He said, no, I want you to invite your family, and we're going to have something in the diplomatic reception room. We need to say thanks for your service. Well, my family came out of the woodwork. Some even flew into D.C., and the staff was there. They made this, I don't know how familiar you are with some of the New Orleans traditions, but this thing called the king cake, doing Mardi Gras. And it has a little baby hidden somewhere in the cake, and whoever gets the baby and the slice of cake has to buy the next king cake. That's the tradition. Well, the chef learned how to make a king cake, the pastry chef. Kind of taught them a little bit way back when I used to throw Mardi Gras parties in the White House for the staff. So they had this beautiful cake, decorated cake, and my family and all the staff, including the Park Service staff, came in, and here comes President and Mrs. Obama. It was you know, pretty heart-wrenching to hear some nice words, but I enjoyed more going from shop to shop and being able to say thanks, you know, for a great 4 years working in his house. And so after that was over, and we say goodbyes, and everybody's taking pictures. I even had a couple of nuns there taking pictures with the president. And it was a nice party. Everybody went home, and it was my wife and I leaving. And as I went past Secret Service, the gates, I kind of looked back. And I said, you know, not many people are blessed kind of experience. And I was able to let go and say goodbye, except I stay in touch with the staff. We text and email, but I want to make room for my predecessor. And she was the first woman to have that position, and not, you know, show up over there. So I don't go back at all, except, you know, if I'm invited here or there to make that clean break. But it was a good experience, and I left with a good heart.